Welcome indoor cycling fans for stage 3 already on the Swedish Zwift Riders Midweek Autumn Series. The race has already started, and on the left we see the general classification after 2 stages, with Honey from the UK on top of the leaderboard, followed by RF from the team. Then 3 Swedish riders, Ciesmaki, Westerlund and Wickman. Wiklic from Poland, Mills, Jehu, McDonald, and closing the top 10, Peters from the team. And in the top right hand corner you can see that the entire Fast Forward team is racing today. So Peters and Seifert in support for Keulemans and RF. Now watching RF on the blue Tron bike with the white helmet. Switching over to Keulemans with the blue Tour de Peer jersey and black and red helmet. So today's race is the Richmond Uci Worlds, 33 kilometers in total, and 72 riders in this race today. So it's a fairly flat stage, but there are 3 pretty steep short climbs. First up there's a Libby Hill, 23rd Street, and all the way at the end is a Governor Street. 2 laps in total. It promises to be a pretty hard stage for Keulemans. Make a small jump, 2.3 kilometers into this race. Peloton a bit stretched out, certainly at the back here. Already a few riders are falling behind. See it well on the map. RF side by side with Seifert, switching over now to Keulemans. We're nearing the first sprint of the day. It's Peters from the team in front. RF trying to sprint. Not really powerful, maybe saving some energy. So no points here for RF. And right after the sprint, Keulemans in some trouble. Trying to close the gap with the group in front. We see it well, the entire peloton is stretched out. Riders trying to close in with the groups in front. Keulemans falling further behind. At the moment in 53rd place. Now we make a big jump in the race. Almost at the start of Libby Hill. It's a Seifert from the team, trying to speed things up in front. There's a Peters on the pink Tron bike. On the left, Jehu trying to move up as well. So Versick from Germany. At the moment RF more or less in 19th place. Now maybe a big push. Trying to move up to the front. Now in the wheel of Westerlund. Still pushing on. Great job here by RF. Currently in 5th place. And it's Peters moving up to the front as well. Has to stay behind. He's now in front of RF. Okay, decent job by RF. Now we jump to the second climb of the day, 23rd Street. RF in 7th at the moment. Big push on the left. It's Versick. Now RF. Just trying to close the gap. Once again, he should finish after RF. Now Seifert in support for RF, trying to close the gap. He's in 13th place at the moment. Tjesmaki, Kopp, Wiklach, Karlsson just in front of them. And McDonald 1 second behind on RF. He really needs to close this gap. A lot of the favorites are in front. And here's McDonald closing in as well. .1 kilometers into this race. RF 3-4 seconds behind on the group in front. Now Peters also waiting for his team leader. Donald in the wheel of RF, and here's Peters. Seifert pushing on at the moment. Also RF trying to close the gap on Versick. RF now doing a 4.3 watts. Here's Peters. Now we're trying to close the gap for RF. They're closing in at the moment. Seifert is falling behind a little. Just a few meters left to go for RF. Trying to take the wheel of Tjesmaki and Westerlund. Peters is a bit too far now. He should fall back. Is RF able to close this gap? We see Jehu in the front. So Karlsson. So now RF closing in on Westerlund. There's still some job left to be done. 2 seconds behind on a Carlson, 3, 4 seconds behind on a Jehu. Also a Hill in front. So RF needs to push on, and that's what he's doing right now. First up, trying to close the gap with Peters. Almost back together with the group in front. 1 second behind. Now Hill and Jehu right in front of RF and Peters. Almost back together. Kilometers into this race. And here's Keulemans, almost at the end of the first lap. 58 at the moment. So he's just struggling at the moment, but no support. Here's a Seifert in a group with Vink from Holland, Nips from the UK, Beaton from Wales, Barbera from the USA, and also McDonald. So top 10 rider McDonald is in this group. They're 10 seconds behind on the first group. And now RF trying to close the gap with Jehu and Hill. Kilometers into the race, and the first group is nearing the second intermediate sprint. So Tiesmaki closing the group at the end. The last straight line for the sprint. Can RF score some points here? We're starting to sprint. Once again, now Peters taking over. That's no good. He should stay behind on RF, but okay. Taking 1 point from RF, but still, all together, now another jump in the race, 22.4 kilometers, and it's Peters with some issues. Problems with his smart trainer, it seems, falling behind. Now Peters is 12 seconds behind on RF. We also see that Seifert is 16 seconds behind on this first group. And here's the sprint once again. Seems like RF got a bit distracted by Peters dropping out. Totally forgot to sprint, and now he has to close the gap himself. Closing in on a Wiklach. The first group is stretched out at the moment. So Yehu closing the gap. All back together. So a lot of the favorites still in the first group. One rider, Dutch rider Vink, is in front, but he's of no importance for the top 10 riders. They're all watching each other. Tiesmaki, Wiklac, Karlsson, RF, Yehu, Westerlund of course. Almost at Libby Hill for the second time. Once again, RF all the way at the back. Struggling a little, doing 5.5 watts. Trying to move up. In the wheel of Tiesmaki now. And here he goes. Just like on that first time on Libby Hill, pushing hard. Good job from RF at the moment. Now passing Vink. Looks like he's first of the group. There's one rider in front, but pay no attention to him. He's way above the power limit. And now RF in third. In a small group, 4 riders, with Hill, Yehu, Westerlund, Karlsson, Wiklac 9 seconds behind, and the rest 2 seconds behind on this group. So Wiklac struggling at the moment. Here we are, 23rd Street for the second time. Incline of 12%. It's a short climb, but definitely a steep one. Not easy. It's a hill moving up to the front. RF struggling a bit. Tiesmaki passing now, Yehu. RF with a push at the end of the climb. Trying to close in on the group just in front. So one final downhill section, and then Governor Street for the last time. Here's Westerlund trying to take the wheel of RF. He's a bigger rider, so no problem here on that downhill part. Now RF few meters behind on Hill and Westerlund. Clutch now 12 seconds behind on RF. And Jehu Tiesmaki 3-4 seconds in front of RF. So definitely a great final of this stage. Still a lot of top 10 riders battling it out. Can RF do something here on this final climb? First up is Hill and Westerlund. In the back, Wiklach is trying to get back, only 8 seconds now. And also Peters, 10 seconds. RF taking on Hill, just a few meters behind on Westerlund. So big effort here from RF. Closing in on Jehu Westerlund and Tiesmaki. Now falling behind a little. And Hill getting back as well. Great final here at the end of this stage. Peters only at 3 seconds now. He shouldn't come back, but it seems like he does. Wiklach 8 seconds, 9 seconds. Peters at 3 seconds. Now RF taking over on Westerlund in the wheel of Jehu and Tiesmaki. Almost at the top. And here's Peters. Maybe he can be in support for the final sprint. That would be great. But RF needs a breather right now. Costs a lot of effort. Peters is pushing on, trying to create a gap, but RF's not able to follow him. Peters should take it easy right now. The group more or less back together, but you can see it well, RF struggling. And it's Jehu with the sprint. Now Westerlund. RF is completely toast. And now Peters grabbing a point once again. And here's Keulemans finishing in 59th place. And here's the final Zwift PowerPoints ranking after 3 stages. It was a wonderful stage, a lot of excitement on that last climb. We have Westerlund from Sweden in first, RF in second, Tiesmaki in third, Jehu in fourth, Wiklach in fifth, Peters grabbing a few points from RF today in sixth, Wickman seventh, McDonald in eighth. Entering the top 10 as well from the UK, and Carson still in 10th place with 1 race less. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed the stage, and I hope to see you all again next week for some more Autumn Series action.